Oh boy, this is great. This is absolutely great. I didn't realize that it would be this good, but it is. I need to get some positivity into my life here because the Vancouver Canucks are playing off against Anaheim in an hour in a game that's really kind of meaningless, and Vancouver's been going through the slumps and the bad times lately, so obviously I need some solace in my hockey-loving fandom. And that's exactly what this is, because we got some great news for the Canadiens, great news for the Red Wings, and it comes to us in the form of Smash Bros 13's post on the R Hockey subreddit. This is your team of the week. Because it's Saturday, March 29th to April 4th, the best and worst players in the NHL have been listed on this post, and the results may shock you. Very, very legitimately may shock you here. Let's go over to the best team of the week. In terms of forwards, your first line of the week is Artemi Panarin, Nick Suzuki, and Jack Quinn. Yeah, that's a name we haven't heard in a while. Not Nick Suzuki, we hear him all the time, but Jack Quinn. Not related to Quinn Hughes or Luke Hughes or Jack Hughes. He doesn't even have a Hughes as his last name. He's just Jack Quinn. Top line player for the team of the week. He had a stellar past few days. Second line goes Andrei Kuzmenko, Anze Kopitar, Alex Kerfoot. Third line, you've got Seth Jarvis, Vinny Trocheck, and Leon Draisaitl. And then on the third line, you've got JJ Peterka, Ryan McLeod, and Mikko Rantanen. You got a bunch of duos and one trio. We always usually see guys on the same team be put on the team of the week because their game scores are usually built upon each other. You'll see that Kuzmenko had a really good week, but so did Anze Kopitar because they're playing together and they did amazing. Panarin and Trocheck, Peterka, McLeod, Quinn, a lot of duos and trios going out here, but individually you do have Nick Suzuki as the best forward in the NHL for the past 7 days. If you head over to defense, though, this is where things get really interesting. Because your best pair in the National Hockey League, the top two game score defenders, you have Lane Hutson and Mo Seider, both with a 10-plus rating. These were the two best players of the past 7 days. Next, you've got Jake Sanderson and Ben Chiarot. Ben Chiarot literally was the third best player in the NHL of the past 7 days. His 8.79 rating is above Nick Suzuki's 8.4 and is only bested by Hutson and Seider. You also have Jake Sanderson, Adam Pelech, and Cale Makar also there. Honorable mentions go over to Jason Robertson, Alex Tuch, Nico Hischier, Brennan Othman of the Rangers, so that line really started to pop off. Devon Taves, Anthony Stolars, and Andrei Vasilevsky. The goaltenders go as follow here. You've got Sammy Montembeault and Jake Ottinger. So if you're a Montreal Canadiens fan, you're looking at this team of the week and you're saying, hey, wait a minute, the best forward in the league the past 7 days was Nick Suzuki, the best D-man in the league and the best player overall in the past 7 days was Lane Hutson, and the best goalie in the past 7 days was Samuel Montembeault. The Habs literally have the best forward, D-man, and goalie the NHL has seen in the past 7 days worth of play. And I know there are going to be the folks going out there and saying, Lego, what does this really mean? It's 1 7-day sample. That doesn't mean crap. And yeah, it doesn't really mean crap, but I think it's indicative of how well they've been playing. And ultimately, if you've been watching the Canadiens the past few games here, seeing the comeback against Florida, seeing the dominance against Boston, seeing whatever is going to happen today, as the Canadiens play off against, who are they playing today in their matchup? It's the Flyers. Okay. Whatever happens then, if you're looking at this Canadiens team and you're saying, hey, that Nick Suzuki's looking really good, a lot better than normal. Oh, Lane Hutson is impacting the game in ways that we may not even have realized were possible. Sammy Montembeault's making saves. You're looking at the team, you're understanding this, and then you look at this chart afterwards and you're like, oh, they literally were the 3 best players at their positions the past 7 days. There's been no forward better than Nick Suzuki in terms of game score via NHL StatCard's game statistics. Same could be said about Hutson and Montembeault. And the Red Wings are right in there too. Mo Seider and Ben Chiarot has been such an amazing pairing that both of these guys are listed here on the team of the week. Seider with a 10.20 and Ben Chiarot with an 8.79. Ben Chiarot's 8.79 is the third best game score out of any player in the past 7 days. And that's one of these things where you think about it like, okay, the past 7 days, this is a really big wake-up call to a lot of fans that, hey, Ben Chiarot's not that bad. Sure, he has his terrible moments, and he isn't the most consistent, but when he is on, and when he's playing with Seider, things can get really, really good for the Detroit Red Wings, with Mo really taking to heart some of those commentary topics that we had discussed last week, and proven to everybody that he still can be a number one defenseman in the league, essentially, by providing that caliber of quality of play. This is one of these things where I'm happy to have been wrong. A few days ago, we made a video where fans were calling out Mo Seider. We were reading the tea leaves. We were reading the Twitters. Folks going out there and saying, oh, he's overpaid. He's a bum. He's not making these plays. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. Trade him. In some extreme capacity, some folks are saying they should trade him. But Mo Seider had a pretty rough previous 7 days, before the 7 days that had just concluded. But now, I mean, sure, he's not really scoring many points, and the team's still losing, but he's still been playing phenomenal hockey. 27 minutes a night for this dude, and with Ben Chiarot, for some reason, it's just working. Or maybe that's unfair to say, quote-unquote, for some reason. We always knew that it can work, and we know that when it's on, it's a really strong shutdown pair, but for some reason, it's not been too consistent this year. Mo Seider had a pretty rough couple of days in the past little while here. Now he's literally the second best player in the league from the past 7 days worth of a sample. So that is something that I think Red Wings fans can hang their hat on, understanding that Ben Chiarot does provide value. And I know for Canadiens fans, seeing Chiarot's name pop up in there, it's like, interesting. That guy's still relevant, and he is still putting himself in good spots. It's almost like Ben Chiarot always was a pretty okay defender. It's just when he plays a lot more with the wrong line mates, that's when he really gets burned. But anyways, I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the NHL's Team of the Week. For craps and giggles, let's go out there and look at the worst Team of the Week, because that is also listed here. The worst player in the National Hockey League in the past 7 days was Andreas Englund, D-man for the Nashville Predators. You've got Lucas Reichel, Yakov Trenin, and John Hayden as your worst forwards. Devin Shore, Sean Kuraly, Luke Cunnin, Nikita Nesterenko, Isaac Lundstrom, Justin Brazeau, and Jansen Harkins, Luke Glendening, and Steven Stamkos. One of these names is not like the other. Let's just say that. D-men, you've got Andreas Englund, Ryan Lindgren, Shakir Makamadulin, Lucas Carlson, Mark Del Gazzo, and Derek Forbort. I honestly don't think Forbort's been that bad. It's kind of ridiculous to see him on here, but okay. It's statistically based, after all. Logan Thompson and Elvis Merzlikins were the worst two goalies in the past 7 days as well. So that's your worst Team of the Week. Best Team of the Week, there's no overlap. There are no teams that are represented on the best teams of the week and the worst teams of the week. So that's just kind of where it goes here. Some of these teams are really trending in positive ways, others are not so. Although, of course, this doesn't guarantee anything. The Red Wings have still been losing the majority of their games lately, but Mo Seider and Ben Chiarot have been one of the best pairings. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Wings and the Canadiens. Obviously, I had to make this video because speaking about two of my favorite teams always gets me giddy. But I hope you enjoyed this commentary either way. So, and bye.